For billions of years, Earth has been spinning in silence through darkness, fire, ice, and rebirth. What most people don't know is that the planet we walk on today is not the same world it used to be. Earth doesn't move in a straight line. It moves in laps. Long, painful, breathtaking laps. And every few million years, life starts over, but never the same. And what's happening now might be the beginning of the next lap. Long before humans ever carved their names into stone or built cities that touched the clouds, Earth was ruled by giants, dinosaurs. For over 165 million years, they dominated this planet, until one day, they were gone. Not because they were weak, but because Earth shifted its lap. A 6-mile-wide asteroid slammed into what's now Mexico, triggering a chain reaction so violent that the skies turned black, the oceans boiled, and forests vanished under layers of ash. Within weeks, nearly 75% of all life on Earth was dead. The lap was over, and a new one began. What came next wasn't immediate. Earth doesn't heal overnight. It took tens of thousands of years for light to return, for plants to push through poisoned soil, for small mammals to crawl out of the shadows. But when they did, life changed forever. The very creatures that survived, and those small survivors, they eventually became us. Humans. We are the children of extinction. But here's what people forget. That was only one lap. Earth has done this before. 5 mass extinctions, in fact. The worst one was long before the dinosaurs, known as the Great Dying. Over 90% of all life disappeared. Land, sea, air, gone. It wasn't a meteor, it was Earth itself. Massive volcanic eruptions in Siberia pumped so much carbon dioxide into the atmosphere that oceans turned acidic. Oxygen disappeared, and ecosystems collapsed. But again, life came back. And when it did, it came back smarter, stronger. Different. This is how Earth works. It destroys to rebuild, ends to restart. It loops, is how familiar things are starting to look. The carbon levels we're seeing today, nearly identical to those during the Great Dying, the warming of oceans, the acidification of reefs. These aren't new, they're old signs, the start of another lap. And this time, we're not just passengers, we're drivers. For the first time in history, one species is accelerating the Earth's cycle, faster than it's ever moved before. But it's not all destruction. Because if history teaches us anything, it's that even in devastation, life finds a way. There's a forest in Japan that was once ground zero for a nuclear meltdown. Today, animals thrive there again. Wolves, bears, even rare birds. Not because humans helped. And in Chernobyl, where radiation still lingers in the soil, wild horses run free across cracked roads. Trees grow through concrete. Life laps. We think of time as a straight line, past, present, future. But nature doesn't work like that. It bends, it folds, it returns. Right now, our skies are blue, our cities are loud, and we believe we're safe. But what if we're living in the silent chapter before the shift? Because every lap Earth has ever taken started quietly. The air got warmer, the seasons became unpredictable. Storms got stronger. Ice started to melt where it never should. And then it broke. History doesn't repeat itself word for word, but it always rhymes. And the truth is, we are hearing the rhyme now. The Arctic is heating up 4 times faster than the rest of the planet. Glaciers that stood for millions of years are vanishing in a single generation. Oceans are rising, swallowing coastlines inch by inch. Coral reefs, which protect entire marine food chains, are bleaching to death. And wildfires. They've gone from seasonal to constant. This isn't just weather, it's warning. But here's where the story shifts again. Because humans are different from every other species that's ever lived. We're the only ones who can see the lap while we're still in it. The dinosaurs couldn't. Even the mammoths didn't know the ice was closing in. But we do. We have the science, the history, and the data. We're not watching a movie, we're in it. And if Earth is circling back toward another collapse, then this might be the first time life can choose to rewrite the ending. The Earth doesn't hate us, it doesn't want to destroy us, but it will do what it's always done: reset itself if it must. And if we don't respect the signs, we'll be left behind like all the others before us. But here's the beauty in this loop. The end of one lap is the beginning of another. That's how this planet breathes. In out, collapse. So the real question is, how do we want to be remembered? As the species that triggered the collapse, or the ones who saw the cliff coming and turned around? There's hope. It's in every tree planted, every clean energy source adopted, every law passed to protect the oceans, the forests, the skies. We are not helpless, but we are at the edge, and Earth is patient. But it won't wait forever. The first time Earth reset itself, there were no eyes to witness it. No cameras, no warnings, just silence. Entire species vanished. Not because they were weak, but because they didn't know what was coming. But now, there are billions of eyes watching. Cameras on satellites, data from oceans, voices from scientists. And still, many don't listen. Maybe because we don't believe the end can happen in our time. Or maybe because the beginning still looks beautiful. But that's the illusion of every life lap. It hides the crack until it breaks wide open, just like how the dinosaurs ruled the world. Until a rock from space reminded them that nothing lasts forever. But here's the difference. Earth gave us something it never gave them: a second chance, not just to survive, but to become guardians, to care for this planet as if it were our only home, because it is. Every forest we protect is a breath the future gets to take. Every glacier we save is a timeline we extend. Every young voice demanding action is a heartbeat in Earth's next chapter. We were never meant to rule nature, only walk alongside it. Look closely at the Earth right now. The deserts used to be oceans. The mountains were once flat land. Volcanoes shaped continents. Ice carved valleys. Life collapsed 5 times and came back 5 times. The Earth never truly dies. It just begins again, in a new form. And maybe, just maybe, the most powerful life lap of all is the one where we finally learn. Because if we fail now, we won't be the first to disappear. But if we change, if we protect, if we rise above greed and ignorance, we might be the first species to ever interrupt the cycle. Not by escaping nature, but by aligning with it. This isn't a sad ending, it's a sacred opportunity. Earth is not just a rock in space, it's a living memory, and we are writing its next page. What comes after depends on us.